Hello Facebook, hello Instagram, good morning, hello YouTube on the replay. It is Thursday morning and I wanted to give an update on how many trees we planted in the last couple of months. So I will talk about that here in a couple of minutes. Just gonna wait for some more people to tune on, log in, join us before I talk about our tree planting program here, which is super exciting. We're doing it for a couple of years. Well, I guess for doing it on and off for a couple of years, been planting trees, and I'll talk about that and talk about some other things that we're doing here at Aroma Time. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Good morning, good morning. It is 8:15 about on Thursday morning. If you're watching live, drop a comment, hashtag live, or if it's on the replay, hashtag replay, or drop a comment where you're tuning in from. That's always helpful. Love to see where people tune in from. So appreciate when everybody does that. So I'm going to talk about how many trees we planted in the last couple of months. So a couple of years ago, we started a program where we plant trees for every bottle of organic spirits that we buy. So, for example, our house vodka, Granger, it's certified organic. It's an organic spirit. We have some other organic spirits behind the bar, like Koval. We have a few different brands that specialize in organic. And every time we buy a bottle of organic spirits, we plant a tree. We originally got the idea from True. True is a distillery, or Green Bar. Green Bar is a distillery in LA. Jamie and I were there, not this last year, obviously, but the year before. Jamie and I were in LA visiting them over there. Great organic distillery. We've been buying their spirits for many years, since 2004, when they were called Modern Spirits. And they switched to Green Bar because everything they were buying was organic. So they just wanted to rebrand themselves as an organic spirit company. So Green Bar is the name of the company. They're out of LA. And Green Bar, for every bottle of organic spirits that they sell, everything they make is organic. For everything that they sell, they plant a tree. I was like, that's really cool. So Jamie and I decided to do that several years ago with their products. For every one of their products, we bought a tree. We planted a tree. And then they lost distribution in upstate New York. The company wasn't distributing them anymore, and we couldn't get their products. So we had a gap of like 2 or 3 years where they were just non-existent in the upstate New York market. And then the distributor that they had was from New York City, and we were able to get a couple deliveries. So we were like one of the only ones in upstate New York with Green Bar for a little while. Now, one of our regular distributors supplies us with their product. But when we lost their product, we had stopped doing this tree planting program. And when it came back in to New York, upstate New York, we're like, okay, great, let's start the tree planting program again. But instead of just doing it with Green Bar, let's do it every bottle of organic spirits that we buy, let's plant a tree. Now, do we physically go plant a tree? No, we don't physically go plant a tree. We donate. It donates through, we donate money through an organization that actually will go out and plant the trees. So there's several different organizations you can find online. We use a company called One Tree Planted, an organization, One Tree Planted. So I think the last time we did a Facebook Live about how many trees we planted, it was back in May, and we were doing it monthly. But when COVID hit and we didn't have indoor dining, our numbers fell drastically on this tree planting initiative. It fell drastically, and so there wasn't much to report. So I accumulated the months of June, July, August, September, and October. I've accumulated the last 5 months of us buying organic spirits. So this is the last 5 months now. So in the last 5 months, you were able to help us and help the environment, and we planted 217 trees. There's our certificate. Where is it at? 217. 217 right there. It is backwards when you're reading it. Sorry to not adjust my camera, but 217 Aroma Time we planted. And we planted them in the Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Mountains are one of the most diverse forests in the northern North America. I forgot how many species of trees or something. I think there's 450 species of trees in the Appalachian Mountains. I'll have to look that up exactly, but it is several hundred. It is one of the most diverse, and it is, just like any other area in the world, we are losing trees. We're losing way too many trees, and trees are so important for the environment. And we do this because restaurants, in particular, restaurants are one of the most impacts. We cause the most impact to the environment for food production, the way we raise cattle, the way we raise livestock, the way we just raise everything across the board requires a lot of environmental, and it's a large environmental impact. So we do our part and we try to plant trees to offset that. And if more restaurants did that, then that'd be fantastic, and it would be all a better place. So that's what we do to help our be green-minded. We are green certified, by the way, from the Green Restaurant Association. That's not part of the plan for the Green Restaurant Association. It's not one of the things we have to do, but we do it. So it's just because we love doing it, we believe in it. When we first got green certified, we were doing green. We were doing green since day one here. Very, very conscious of what we were doing, making sure we're using styrofoam, things like that. Watching, our compost, our waste, recycling, reusing, all kinds of things. Some restaurants will do it just as a marketing thing and say we want to be green now, and it's a marketing thing. That's what Jamie and I do. We believe in this. This is in our DNA to be green, friendly, eco-friendly, eco-minded. That is in our DNA, and that's what we do, and that's what we do in our own lives, and that's what we're doing in the restaurant. And we finally decided to get certified because we find a lot of restaurants or a lot of companies say they're doing green things, but nobody's really monitoring them to make sure they're really following through with their green actions or initiatives. So when restaurants do that kind of stuff, they call it greenwashing because they're exaggerating the actual green things that they're doing. And there was a place here in town, they're not here anymore, that says they're green this, green that, and I walked in there one day and it wasn't even close to being green. If they were doing two things, that was probably it, and one of them was probably avoiding styrofoam. So restaurants can say they're doing it, but until a third party comes in and pulls your invoices without you knowing it from your distributors and audits you and makes sure you're doing it, that's the real deal. And there's a couple organizations out there that do it. Green Restaurant Association being probably one of the most predominant ones. All right, so 217 trees we planted. That's because of you guys supporting us. We could not do it without you. So again, every time you come in and we buy a bottle of organic spirits, you can buy these to go now. That has helped us with our tree planting immensely, being able to, for you to come in here and grab a bottle of this. So hopefully we'll hit our last year's numbers of 550. The holidays are coming up and we're allowed to sell stuff to go, bottles to go. So wine, beer, spirits, all that kind of stuff. And if you see, there's all of our booze lined up right there. So it's really cool today because I have a microphone stand. I wish you could see it. I have this microphone stand that is, well, let's see if you can look in the mirror. So I have my phone here and my iPad here. It's really cool today. Phone, I don't know if you can see. You can't see, I don't think. So I have this microphone stand with the adapters on it, and it's really cool. So it's like a tripod, but it's a microphone stand. People always ask me all these, we have a lot of cool camera gadgets and tripods and all this kind of stuff. You can literally buy a microphone stand, one of those small microphone stands for like $20, and it'll hold big cameras, and you put all the adapters on it. And if you wanted like a tabletop tripod, that's the way to go, is a microphone stand with the adapters on it. And you can go to Alto Music and grab one with all the adapters. It's really cool for a very good price compared to some of those tripods. So what else is coming up? What else is coming up? So Thanksgiving Day, we are open for takeouts only, 11 to 2. We are selling out fast. It's a traditional turkey dinner. We're doing a salmon and we're doing a brisket, I think. And a vegetarian, a tofurkey dish. $27. We're selling out. We're only selling like 200 meals. That's it. And we're calling quits there because I have to pre-order the turkeys, right? So 647-3000 you can order. We'll also do cheese plates, charcuterie plates. We can do shrimp cocktail. There's a couple other things that we can do. Hummus platter, and of course our pear salad. Those are all easy things to do. We will not have our full kitchen open for takeout that day, 11 to 2. Christmas Day is the day we do our soup kitchen. I'm going to put a link up very soon for us to get donations for that. We are still planning on doing our Christmas Day soup kitchen. We're going to scale the food down just a touch because we just don't have enough manpower and volunteers to come in and roast off 70 turkeys and break them down and I'll do all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do a roast chicken all vegetables and everything. So we're still doing a Christmas Day dinner. It's still happening. And hopefully we can still serve 300-400 people. Sometimes we do 550 to 750 people. It's a free meal, no questions asked meal on Christmas Day. So we deliver. So we just have to obviously do it properly this year, where we can space it out and make it happen safely. So our next wine dinner is next Monday. Oh, Jamie right now is packaging stuff up for gifts. So if you want to come in and look at this bottle of Prosecco. So she's putting, what is this, like?
Cellophane.
Cellophane wrap.
Yeah.
And so she's wrapping things up. We're gonna do kits, cool kits for the holiday season, like a bourbon kit, a Manhattan kit, a sparkling kit, all kinds of cool things that you can use for gift baskets. So back to Christmas Day. Christmas Day we open as a soup kitchen. It's no questions asked. We've been doing it since day one, since 2003. I don't know how many thousands of meals we've given away with no questions asked, and we do this based upon donations and volunteers. So we're gonna have a link up very soon to do so you can help us donate. As little as $5 feeds a person, and doing 550 people a year, the expenses do add up. So that'll be up soon. Our next wine dinner is this next Monday. It is going to be Thanksgiving wines as a theme. It's 4 wines and 1 dish, $25. It's a bargain. And it sells out every single time. It's 4 wines and a dish, and we're gonna take you on a tour through the wines that we think are the most Thanksgiving-friendly wines. One is a New York State wine, one's gonna be an Italian wine. They're wines from all over the board, across the board. It's gonna be really, really exciting. 647-3000 to make reservations for that. Let's see, tonight's burger night, and $9.99 to-go burgers. All of our burgers are made with one Hudson Valley Farm. One Hudson Valley Farm, Wheatley Farms. We've been buying their beef for several years. We buy everything they can produce. It's been a great partnership from Wheatley Farms here in Dutchess County. So when COVID hit, we made the burgers. We lowered our burger price and we made the burger bigger. We lowered a lot of prices on our menu when COVID hit because we felt we had to be a better value for the community, and we offer these groceries. We've done a tremendous amount of grocery sales this year, so thank you everybody who is buying salmon from us, ribeye steaks, things like that. There might be a ribeye steak sale coming up very soon, hint, hint. That email will come out very soon. So limited supply, of course, as always. Sablefish is back in stock. I did a Facebook Live on that yesterday, so Sablefish is back in stock. Anything else, Jamie? Oh yeah, those great pizzas, pizzas from...
This weekend we're open inside.
Open inside. We will have the heaters on outside. We are getting a new tent. We're getting a new tent here very soon. It's going to be a winterized tent with sides on it, so you'll be able to enjoy food outside a little longer than normal. Of course, we're not going to be serving food out there when it's 0 degrees. But there are going to be days in the wintertime that it's going to be 40, 50, 60 degrees, and we can turn the heaters on and you can be able to sit out there and eat. So that will be happening. We have a winterized tent coming with sides on it and a little taller, more of a slope, so the snow falls off of it. I didn't realize you could do a winterized tent like this. My tent guy was like, oh no, absolutely, I can do whatever you want, Marcus. So I was like, let's get it, let's bring it, absolutely, let's do it. So garden dining, extended garden dining here at the restaurant, super exciting. The garden, I'm gonna walk in the back. No, I can't walk back because I'll lose service from Instagram because of the iPad. If you have not seen our garden, we have a beautiful garden in back. It's an awesome garden. It's been open. Last weekend was busy back there. So you can sit back there and eat and all that kind of stuff. That's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And Jamie and I really, really appreciate all the support you've given us. And without you, we couldn't be doing this and we couldn't be here. And anything else, Jamie?
No, I think that's it.
No. Stay safe. They're saying a bounce back's coming back. The governor has issued a new thing for us starting this weekend, that we're not allowed to be opened after 10 o'clock. Very rarely do we stay open after 10 o'clock anymore. But restaurants and bars, no more 10 p.m. or later. So that's the new rule starting this Friday. Hopefully they're not going to close us down as previously happened in the spring. Hopefully we're not going to get to that point. But they are tightening up the reins. Governor Cuomo is tightening up the reins, so nothing after 10 o'clock anymore, unfortunately. So, with that being said, we hope to see you soon. And thank you very much, everybody.